My next holy grail is literally probably like top 3 of makeup products that I have used for the longest time. This is truly skin-like makeup. I mean, I think this one goes without saying. I feel like I've mentioned it in pretty much every video that I've talked about makeup. Minasan konnichiwa, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to be sharing the best makeup picks of 2024. If that sounds like your thing, then please go ahead and channel登録しちゃってください. We made it, you guys, to the final best of video of 2024, and to finish off the series we are doing makeup, which quite a number of you have requested. So makeup has never been my strong suit in terms of filming and editing the video. I love makeup, as you could probably tell, because I like to change up my look almost every video and I do enjoy doing the process, but it is just a whole different ballgame when it comes to filming makeup tutorials and etc. But today we're going to be talking about my most used makeup items of 2024, whether they are holy grails or new discoveries. As always, I'm going to start off with my holy grails. The first one is the MISSHA Perfect Cover BB Cream. This one was included in my best of 2023 video last year, and I did continue to use it throughout 2024 as well. For me, as someone who doesn't really like high coverage, this is like about as good a coverage as I need for everyday wear. This is the full size, but I actually invested in also these mini sizes this year, which have worked out perfectly, especially for when I travel. I do feel like I talk about when I travel a lot with reviewing my skincare and makeup and stuff, but I feel like when you do take stuff when you're traveling, that means you really like it, because you can't like be without it even for that time that you're traveling. Whereas when I'm at home, I do like to experiment and kind of fiddle with a lot of different things, but I do like to take things that I know work for me whenever I'm traveling. So I took these two guys. I know last year when I talked about it, the color was a little bit of an issue. I use number 21 light beige, and the BB creams I think are known to be quite ashy, which I do agree. But this year I actually got the minis in the 21 as well as 13 and actually mixed them together to create my perfect color. So I actually just mixed equal parts of the 21 and 13. And like the 13 is very obviously like lighter, and it doesn't have quite a ashy tone to it compared to the 21. So when I mix the two together, I feel like it does create that nice neutral tone that is pretty close to my skin tone. I feel like it's like a little bit on the light side because I used more 13, but yeah, I feel like I kind of solved that color issue by having two different shades and mixing them together. And the good thing is, even buying two shades, it's still so affordable. So I think the minis as well as the full size ones go for about the same price on, say, like Yes Style. I think it's about $7 or $8, which is literally so cheap. It has amazing coverage. It also has SPF 42, so it kind of adds to that layering of SPF for you throughout the day too. So yeah, I have no complaints. The color issue is fixed. It also has SPF. It has the perfect level of coverage for me, which is about like natural to medium coverage, and it also helps retain the moisture throughout the day. There are some foundations that just dry me out being drier skinned, but this, I feel like my skin just looks nice and hydrated and kind of mochi all throughout the day. So I continue to love using the MISSHA BB cream. I also got my mum onto it and she uses it like religiously as well now too. It's pretty much all that she uses on her day to day, and she actually wears makeup like pretty much every day compared to me, where I only wear it like once or twice a week. So yeah, have stuck with that one. My next holy grail is literally probably like top 3 of makeup products that I have used for the longest time, and this one was mentioned in my best of 2018 video, being the Saem Cover Perfection Tip Concealer. I don't know what to tell you. I just continue to come back to this concealer, and as I've said, I've used it for what, 7? I know I've used it from before 2018, probably coming up to like 10 years using this one. It is good coverage. It blends really well. It doesn't look cakey, and it is so affordable, like literally $4 or something for a concealer. And I must say I don't pack it on. I just do like a few dots under the eyes usually, and then if I have a couple spots, but it still lasts for such a long time. Like I never go through more than one a year, and it cost me $4. Like there is no reason for me to look further for a concealer, and I will try different ones every now and then just to see, but they just don't compare to this super duper cheap and effective one. So yeah, I have continued to use this Always, always, always. And yeah, once again, the one that I take with me whenever I travel because it is tiny. The last Holy Grail product I have was mentioned in my best of 2023 as well. But when I was looking through my older videos, I have evidence of using it from about 2021. So in reality, I have been using it for a little bit longer, and they are the Dasique shadow palettes. I have mentioned these time and time again, and I feel like I am basically working up to collecting the full shade range. I have about a dozen palettes at the moment. Once again, these are the ones that I always choose to travel with. I feel like that the number of colors you get in a palette, the amount that you get, as well as the combination that they give you, they just work so well together. And I, being someone who likes a little bit of shimmer, you get everything. Like, you get the matte ones for a base, you get the kind of velvety like sheen satiny ones, as well as ones with a decent amount of glitter. So the one palette works to give you all of that variety, whereas I feel like some other palettes give you like just mattes, just glitters, etc. So yeah, I've been continuing to use these ones for about 5 years now. The top color picks of this year have been the number 4 Pastel Dream and then the number 9 Sweet Cereal. I do use the other colors as well, like the ones I mentioned last year, but these have been like new discoveries in 2024 and I have used them a fair bit. Today I am using the Pastel Dream palette as well. It's kind of been my new go-to like pink palette, and they are just so gosh darn beautiful. Alrighty, we're gonna move on to kind of the new mentions in 2024 for makeup, starting off with the best cushion foundation, and it is the Parnell Cicamanu Serum Cushion. I'll be honest, I didn't really want to include this in this video because I felt like I was just another influencer mentioning the Parnell cushion, but I tried a handful of cushions throughout 2024 and this was the only one that I felt like I actually wanted to continue using. Like other ones I would use once and then kind of forget about it. It'll be like a few weeks later and be like, oh yeah, I opened that cushion. Whereas this, from the moment I opened it, I have pretty much reached for it every single time when I want something that is like a medium level of coverage. Like today when I'm filming, that is what I want and that is what I have worn today. I have been switching between 2 shades, the 21N Rosy and the 21C Cool Rosy. I'm actually wearing both on my face right now. Can you tell which side is which? Probably not, right? So I feel like I can use them interchangeably. I try to use the cool tone whenever I have cool tone makeup and then use the neutral when I wear warmer tone makeup. But honestly, I feel like both of them suit my skin pretty well. What I love about it is the level of coverage. It is medium. I actually think it's less coverage than the BB cream, but the way it covers all those little imperfections but leaves it looking like your skin and a very smooth, moisturized, glowy version of your skin. Like, it just looks flawless. It blends out super duper well. It does also include skincare ingredients like cica, honey, and ceramide, so it is going to keep your skin nourished throughout the day. This is another one that I got my mum onto because I had like her shade spare, because Parnell were kind enough to send me the full 30 shade range. That's another thing, they have 30 shades, which is amazing, and I'm pretty sure they are going to extend it. But my mum was also like shocked at how light a coverage a foundation was, because I guess she got it in her head that foundation equals heavy, high coverage. That's why she always used a BB cream, but she used this one. She was like, it's like so natural looking. I'm like, yeah, like cushions and foundations can be natural looking. So she's enjoyed it too, and it's kind of been the only standout cushion that I have used in the past year. Next, I have the best powder pick of 2024, and it is the Decorte face powder. So I know I shit talked this product a little bit when I was talking about the at Cosme rankings, but with further use and further kind of digging into the product, I definitely like it better than other ones that I've tried, and it has been my most used powder in the past year. Like, there's no denying that. So I have picked it for the best powder of 2024. So I do have the shade 00 Translucent, which in Japan they have up to 9 shades, I believe, whereas when I was on the US website they only have 2 shades, and it's the 2 matte shades, which I thought was quite interesting because the Decorte powder is actually known for its very subtle shimmer. So even this this one, the translucent, it has very, very, very fine kind of shimmer particles in it, which is supposed to kind of reflect the light around you to give you this luminous glow on your skin. And that's why it's favored in Japan a lot, but it's so subtle that it won't give you that kind of overly shimmery, glistening look. I mean, I'm wearing it today. It is very, very subtle. So again, you can't tell the shimmer, and I was kind of not so for it because of the price, because Decorte is expensive, so automatically I'm like, it's so expensive, da, 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 da. But actually I dug in a little bit, and another powder that I actually enjoy using and have used for quite some time is the Innisfree No Sebum powder. So this one on the US site retails for $14 at 5 grams, and then the Decorte retails for $50 for 20 grams, 4 times as much as this. In the end, this one actually ends up being cheaper, because with the same volume, this would cost $56, whereas this costs $50. So I was like, you know what? For that volume, like in terms of value for money, it's actually really good and better than, say, Innisfree, a pretty affordable brand in terms of K-beauty. So I was like, you know what? You have convinced me. I get it. I mean, this one has won so many awards in Japan too. I use it 2 different ways. I will use it on a very light hand with a brush when I want to kind of show more glow on my skin. And then when I want to set my makeup really well, say if I'm going to be outside all day, I tend to use a puff and kind of puff it down. And I feel like it doesn't make my skin look crinkly or crunchy like some other powders might. And it does give a really like a subtle glow, as I said. So yeah, I have been using it like all throughout the year yet. As I said, it's so big, so I tipped it completely to the side, and this is about how much I've used, this much. So if you want something that's going to last you for a really long time and you do use a decent amount of powder, it's actually pretty affordable. Now we're going to move on to the best blush of 2024, the House of Hair Moist Ampoule Blusher. This is truly skin-like makeup. I mean, I think their like whole brand slogan or whatever is like skincare infused with makeup or something or other. But if you do want to achieve that no makeup look or the clean girl makeup look, this is that product. It really does blend into your skin like it is your own skin, like you're flushing from the inside, to the point that actually the other day I was testing products put on my cheeks, and then I went to get a package downstairs and up, which I like walk the stairs, and Logan was like, wait, do you like, he thought I was flushing from the walk, but actually it was just testing these products out. That's how natural it looks. Initially when I got them, I was using the nude beige the most, which is a obviously very neutral tone. You can almost use it like a bronzer. I feel like it would suit most skin tones, but in recent times, the 2 that I've been reaching for the most is the Cherry Blossom, which is a really nice warm pink, and then the Deep Plum, which gives you that true natural red flush. And a little bit goes such a long way with these ones. Like, you don't even need a full pump of the full size, like more than enough, that I feel like the minis are the perfect size. I have been taking these ones when I travel too, because they are just so cute and little, and yeah, plenty and plenty of product in this tiny little bottle. I do recommend to apply and blend it out before your powders, just because it is that fluidy texture that if you pack on a lot of powder, it probably won't blend in quite as good on top. But yeah, especially if you like a natural glowy look like me. I mean, again, today I am wearing it. I'm wearing the Cherry Blossom color. It really does give you that really natural look, but adds a bit of glow to your skin too. So I have been loving them. Now we're going to move on to the best lip and cheek product. Yes, I did cheat a little bit so I could include like 2 blushes. The fwee Blurry Pudding Pot. I mean, I think this one goes without saying. I feel like I've mentioned it in pretty much every video that I've talked about makeup. I don't know if you guys know, but at the bottom of my video description, I always include what lenses and lip color I wear in the video, and you'll probably see this one appear a ton because they have 30 shade ranges, and there is no limit to the look you want to achieve, the color variety. You can even combine the colors together, and they're just so multi-use. Again, you can use it on your lips and your cheeks. I mean, I did a full 30 color review and swatch video. If you haven't seen it already, I put a lot of effort and work into that one, so please check that one out. Overall, I feel like the formula and texture is just something else that you don't see in other products. On your cheeks, It blends out to the most beautiful velvet finish, and even compared to the House of Her blushes, this one does blend even on top of the powder very well. And then on your lips, it gives a more pigmented look and it kind of blurs out any of those fine lines that you might have. And yeah, I just cannot get over them. Also, the travel friendly convenience of them. I have them lying around everywhere, but the little keychains where you can decant your color into there so you can take them with you wherever you are. Like, it's just genius. They really do a good job with this one. I have been using them absolutely non-stop for the past year or so. Next, we have the best brow product, the Romand Hun All Brow Fixer. I have said time and time again that I'm not very picky when it comes to brow products, and that is still true. I kind of just use whatever I have. But it is my third time using this. Like, this is my third tube, so I think that's like kind of pretty good evidence that I have, even though I'm not picky, chosen to use this one over others. This one is the clear gel, so it doesn't have any color to it. It's just on a little spoolie, and it is a clear gel. So I usually draw my brows in with a pencil, and then I'll put this on top just to make sure the hairs are in place and to also make it last all day. But they do also have colored ones of these, which I actually have ordered, and they are on the way, so I'm very excited to try the colored ones. But the colored ones also won best brow product on at Cosme in Japan too. They're also obviously popular in Korea, and again, it is Romand and super duper affordable. I also like the fact that it doesn't leave my brows kind of crunchy, which some brows gel can. Like, they almost coat it to the point where it's like you're wearing like hair gel. And also how small the brush is, I feel like, is really good, because you can kind of get your brows without the brush touching anywhere else, which I have experienced with other ones. Now for the best eyeliner pick, the Love Liner Liquid. I always used to call it Love Liner Liquid Liner, but I realized that on their website they literally just call it liquid. Like, Love Liner is the brand and this one is the liquid eyeliner, so they just call it liquid. Anyways, two reasons to why I continue to use these. I mean, I've never mentioned it in a best of video, but I only started makeup one last year, so but I'm pretty sure there's evidence of me using this from at least like 2020, 2021. But the first reason is the colors. With black eyeliner, there's a bunch of brands that you could use that has a decent liquid eyeliner, but the colors that they have in this brand is perfect for someone like me who I want to wear liquid liner for that definition, but I often feel that black is a little too strong, a little too defining, especially because I do tend to wear colored mascara and eyeshadow. So the three colors that I continue to reach for is the brown, which is a nice kind of medium warm brown, the milk brown, which is a bit more of an ashy brown, and then the rose brown, which is more of a burgundy. So they're all such beautiful colors that you wouldn't always come by, but they're still subtle enough that they basically blend in with any kind of look you want to go for. I tend to use the milk brown whenever I'm doing like more cool toned brown looks, the brown for warm tone looks, and then the rose brown for more pinky looks. Although today I think I did use the brown, even though I do have like a pink look going on, to try to match with my mascara. And the other reason is the packaging. You may have noticed this one has a super duper cute Sanrio packaging, and then this other one has Rapunzel on it. I know last time I was in Japan, I think they had Shin-chan collab, which I'm so bummed I missed out on. They only had the pencil liners by the time I was shopping, but they always do really, really cute collabs in Japan, and the actual like cartridge or the pen is refillable. Like, you just twist it open and you can refill the pen. So that means you can continue to use these cute, adorable packaging and also save a little bit on that excess plastic by using refills. So yeah, absolutely love these ones, and they just look so pretty. So cute. Next, we have best mascaras. The first one being the Heroine Make Lash Lift Mascara. I will be honest, I'm being a little mean. This one was limited edition when I bought it, so I don't know how available it is anymore. I mean, on global online sites, they don't have it, but they have it on Amazon Japan. So I'm wondering if some drugstores in Japan still have it. So if you can buy it, grab it. It was such a nice mascara, although yeah, it was limited edition, so they like possibly aren't selling it anymore. I'm hoping that so many people loved it that they will bring it back. But you guys know that I love a lot of Heroine Makes products, including their mascara. So this one is a little bit different compared to their regular one. So usually I use their long end curl mascara, which is a regular kind of bristle brush, whereas this one was actually a comb type of brush, which it had been a while since I'd used a comb type. I used to love using comb types, but then I switched to brush, but this kind of got me back into it. But it is a dual-sided comb that has one kind of long side, one short side. It really does help to separate your lashes. That's kind of the current trend in Japan. It's called Tabakan, where it kind of groups some of your lashes together to create these little like bundles, I guess you could say. So this brush does help to achieve that. So you comb through with the longer side and then you use the other side to kind of bundle it up. The formula is also called a jelly black, where it's a semi-transparent formula. So again, for me, who I like that definition but nothing too intense, it is a black, but it's almost like a muted black. So I feel like it still defines without it being too intense, and I have absolutely loved using this one. Whenever I want to use a black mascara, this is the one that I have been using. Again, I don't know if you can get it anywhere anymore, but if you find it in Japan, just grab it, you won't regret it. And then the other mascara I have is the Kingdom Tabakan Curl Mascara. Yes, you may have noticed, it really is the trend in Japan, that Tabakan style. I don't really like the completely like bundled look, but I've always liked my lashes to be separated. The fact that they're releasing these products to help separate your lashes, like, I'm all for it. This one's actually pretty similar to the Heroine Make as well, where it has a comb on one side, but then the other side actually has like shorter, thicker bumps to it, which again, when you brush it through, it helps to separate those lashes and kind of form very subtle bundles of kind of lashes to create that almost, I guess in English you would say the anime look, where it's like bundles of lashes. This one's not limited edition, so if you go to Japan, I'm sure you'll be able to grab it. I have got the natural brown shade, I believe, but they also have an ashy brown, which I will be getting next time, and then a black too. But yes, this one also lasts a really long time and creates that kind of separated look for you. My top picks have actually both been comb type mascaras this year, which is pretty exciting, I guess. Lastly, we have lippies. So the best lip gloss for 2024 was the fwee 3D Voluming Gloss. Yes, I loved the Blurry Pudding Pots, but I also loved the glosses. They really know what they're doing. They just reel you in. I recently also was sent their jelly pots, which I'm so excited to try. But anyways, at first I was a little bit like, yeah, whatever. I mean, it's a gloss. But I must say, more and more I started using them, I kind of got it. Being someone who, I'm not like the biggest gloss person because it just gets everywhere. It feels sticky. It's kind of eh. But this one feels more like a balm, and it is very, very comfortable on the lips. There are 12 shades, but each shade has a 30 and 70%. So in reality, there's just 6 shades with a 30 and 70% each, which I know that's like a little bit confusing, but basically there is a more sheer version and then a more kind of rich version of the same color. For example, this one is the vanilla, which is definitely the shade that I've been using the most. And you can see side by side, they're like the same shade, but this is the 30% and then this is the 70%. So 30 is the more sheer subtle one, and then 70 is the richer pigmented one. I tend to use the 70% pretty much all the time because I have fairly pigmented lips to begin with. So if I don't use something with like a decent amount of color, it basically looks like nothing. Today I'm wearing the Current in 70% just on bare lips. I'm not wearing any other lippy, and it does definitely give you plenty of color. I mean, you can see even just adding that extra layer, it gives you a very vibrant color. Perfectly matches my top, but it feels so comfy. It's definitely not sticky. It does feel like a balm, and it also smells so good. Oh yeah, it smells so good. I feel like glosses are generally something that people use on top of other lip shades to kind of add that glossiness and shine to it. But for me, this has been a really nice product because I can just wear the one and have a decent amount of color, but it does give that very glossy finish to it. So this has been my most used gloss of 2024, and my most used shade is the Vanilla 70. It is a very kind of natural warm pink, basically my lips but better color. And yeah, whenever I'm like I don't know what to wear for like a pink look, this has been the one that I've been reaching for. And the last product I have, I don't really know what kind of award name to give it, but I'm gonna say Best Lip Jam, the Dasique Fruity Lip Jam. This one is the perfect one and done product. I feel like you just need to use the one product and it does give you that finished glossy but put together look on your lips. I said it with the fwee as well, you can wear it alone and it is plenty, but this one has like a little bit more thickness, a bit more body to the product. So I feel like it looks like you're wearing a bit more of something, but it's still very, very comfortable and feels like a lip balm again. The shade that I have been using the most is the Jujube Jam. This one is again a really nice My Lips But Better color. It is a bit more of a mauvey pink, so it has a bit more depth to it, but again, this one too smells really, really good and sweet, and you can see that the texture of the product is very like jam like, but has plenty of pigment to it. And generally I just do apply with like a little applicator, and I've been using these a lot in my videos too. Whenever you guys ask like what lip color are you wearing, this is usually one of the products that I'm wearing often too. Well, we made it, you guys. Finished the last best of video for 2024. I know it's February already, but that's okay. What matters is that I got it out and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. I have put all of the best of videos in a playlist for you guys if you do want to rewatch it or refer back to it when you're making your next purchase or just need a little inspiration for what to try out next. I really do enjoy making these videos every year, and I feel like it's such a good way to reflect on the year. Like, does anybody else get like certain connections with certain products, like use it for the first time on this occasion, or you took it on this trip and like it reminds you of this and that? So it's kind of like going through photo albums of the year but through beauty products, which what could be better, you know? As always, I really do appreciate you guys hanging out with me, and if you do have an extra moment, check out this video too, and who knows what the next video will be. I haven't quite decided, but I had fun and I hope you did too, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! I almost forgot to do the kiss.